So let's talk about the big idea. And what I mean by that is the big marketing idea behind any promotion that you're going to do. And you don't absolutely need a big idea, but the best launches do have big ideas. So like for instance, with Product Launch Formula, my main product, the idea I keep on coming back to over and over again is that any successful brand, business, product, service starts with a successful launch, that no one shows up slowly and survives. And I've done many different variations of that theme over the years since I've been selling PLF for 15 years, but it always comes back to that thing that it's essential that you launch. So that's a big idea I've used. Another one I used, before we go down that route, it's the idea of something that grabs people and pulls them into your marketing right away. And one of the reasons this is on my mind is we have a couple of big promotions coming up in the next few weeks within my market, within the building your online business market. So this idea of a big idea will work in any market, any niche, anything you want. You generally, when you're putting together a big idea, you want something that's counterintuitive, something that goes against the grain, that might go against conventional wisdom, that exploits a weakness in conventional wisdom, because this is what attracts people. You know, it's the old man bites dog. You know, the newspaper, no one's ever going to run an article about dog bites man, but they're going to run the article on man bites dog, right? It's the idea of being counterintuitive. So this big idea is something that when I'm going into a promotion or a launch, I spend a lot of time trying to come up with the big idea, and I've had some really good ones over the years. Like one of them was this idea of the fish sandwich. And I had a product, it was a service, I'm just going to fuzzy this up a little bit, but it was a service-based product, or it was teaching people to go into like a consulting kind of business. And this idea was, you know, there's this saying that if you give a man a fish, they'll eat for a day. If you teach him to fish, he'll eat for a lifetime, which is a great saying. I believe in it, it's wonderful. But the reality is people don't want to learn how to fish. They just want the fish. And in fact, they don't even want the fish. They want you to make a fish sandwich and give them the fish sandwich. So that was a big idea that I used around one launch that was super successful. It was the idea of the fish sandwich. People don't want to learn how to fish. They want the fish sandwich. So they don't want this service. They want to hire you to do the service. So that's an example of a big idea. And like I said, right now, we're about to go into this period now in the next couple of weeks where in my market, there are two big promotions coming up, and both of them have really, you know, big ideas behind them. And one of them, and both of them, interestingly enough, are from friends of mine, or people that I've known for a very long time, for anywhere between 15 and nearly, 15 to 20 years or something like that, a really long time. And I've known these guys, and I've been behind the scenes with these guys, and I've helped them with some ideas on these, and they run things by me. But one of them is going to be from Dean Graziosi and Tony Robbins, and they're doing their Knowledge Broker Blueprint, and they're doing a launch for that. And this is their second launch. They did a launch last year. It was by all measures the largest launch ever in our kind of a market for like an information-based kind of training. It was an extraordinary launch, and I think this one's going to be extraordinary. And so their big idea on this one is that self-education is the new norm. So in other words, these days, more and more people are getting their education from outside of the standard educational system. And that since that's become the new norm, in fact, I have a close family member who is being an officiant at a wedding, and she just went and bought an information product on how to be an officiant, how to conduct a wedding. I mean, no matter what you want, there's an information product, a training product, a wisdom product out there. And so their whole premise, the big idea behind this launch is this is becoming the new norm. This is just it's something I fully embrace and have embraced for 20 years now. I mean, I am all about self-education. And further along with this big idea is you want to put yourself in, it's this huge wave that's building and building. It's been building, but it's cresting now. And you want to put yourself in front of that as someone in that business. So I personally, this is a big idea that truly resonates with me. I truly believe in it. I'm all in on it. That I've been all in on self-education for a very long time now. The other one is from Rich Schefren, someone I've known forever. And Rich has been in the market, has been out of the market, is coming back into the market. And he's actually working with Agora, which is one of the absolute giants of the industry. And it's interesting, their Agora is always all about the big idea. All their promotions always have to have a big idea. And the big idea behind this one is that this is like an us versus them kind of thing. It's that big tech is basically strangling small internet businesses. And there's a lot of truth behind this one, behind this idea. I mean, if you just look at some of the big tech companies like Google and Facebook and on, how they are, it's not like they're out to kill the little guy, but just the policies that they're pursuing for their own business aims are making it harder and harder for our kinds of businesses. So, and Rich has got this thing, he's calling the Coalition to Save Internet Business. He's doing a big live cast. I'm actually going to be on the live cast. We'll put a link down below this video where you can click over and get registered for the live cast to see me. I'm going on to Florida in a few days to go check out that live cast. But so their big idea, again, it's almost like the opposite of the one from Tony and Dean, which that one is all about self-empowerment, and this is all about the big guys are out to get you. I'm personally, in terms of, it's not the kind of big idea that really resonates with me that much. It plays on victimhood a little bit, so I'm not a huge fan of that. It's more of a going away from energy instead of a going towards energy, but that's just my opinion and that's my preference. It doesn't mean that it's not going to be effective. I think generally that, the David versus Goliath, that we're the David and we're going up against Goliath, but we're the scrappy young. I mean, how many Hollywood movies have you seen along this theme? It's an enduring theme. It's a popular theme. And I think they're going to do well with this promotion, but it's really interesting how we've got two big ideas and they really are sort of opposite ends of the spectrum. The products that they're promoting are opposite ends of the spectrum. One's a very, very inexpensively priced newsletter. One's a higher priced training. But I think they're both going to be worth watching in the next couple of weeks. They're both going to be very, very interesting promotions. So even if you're just watching from a standpoint of, I want to check this thing out just to see how they're marketing their stuff, watch how they're using these big ideas. Because this very idea of a big idea, it's super powerful. You don't absolutely need it. If you're doing a small launch just to your people, to your tribe, where you've got this existing relationship, you probably need it less. If you're going out to a bigger, colder market, then you probably need it more. But it is very, very powerful. So like I said, I'll put the link down below for Rich's one so you can follow along with that. Dean and Tony's, that one, I don't have a link for that one. Probably, in a few more days, I'll get you a link on that one. But yeah, just watch their marketing and watch their big idea and watch how they keep on cycling back to the big idea. So I'm Jeff Walker, wherever you're watching this. Scroll down, leave a comment for me, and let's go get them this week.